Unbelievable. Simply unbelievable. We are talking about the Chicago Bears and a potential move that could shake the very foundations of the NFC North. This is not just a rumor. It is a massive statement of intent for a franchise that finished 22nd against the pass last year. 22nd. That is unacceptable for a team with our history and our defensive DNA. But listen closely, because a name just surfaced that will make your heart race. We are talking about a former first-team All-Pro who knows how to dominate. This could change everything for our season. We are building an absolute tribe here. And I need every single one of you to join this movement right now, because we are aiming for 3,000 subscribers today. Hit that button because we are taking over the North together. Now look at our secondary. Jaylon Johnson is a superstar, a lockdown titan. But who is standing on the other side? We are looking at a massive, glaring hole that could ruin this entire season if we do not act fast. Last year was a nightmare in the air, a complete disaster that left us exposed and embarrassed. Tyreek Stevenson had his moments, sure, but he regressed so much they actually had to reduce his role. That is not what a contender does. And then we have Malik Muhammad, a rookie, a total wild card who has never seen the speed of a Sunday afternoon in the NFL. Are we really going to gamble the future of Caleb Williams and this entire roster on a giant maybe? I do not think so. It is time to wake up and smell the urgency of this situation. We need a dog, we need experience, and we need it yesterday. The front office knows the seat is getting hot and the fans are losing their minds watching other teams load up while we sit on our hands. This is about survival in a division that features some of the most explosive offenses in the entire league. You think the Lions are scared of a rookie corner? You think Jordan Love is losing sleep over a guy who got benched last year? Absolutely not. We have to create a secondary that strikes fear into the hearts of our rivals. We need to humanize the struggle of these young players who are being thrown into the fire without a safety net. It is unfair to them, and it is dangerous for us. This team has the talent to win now. The window is open. The lights are bright, and we cannot afford to let a single weak link break the entire chain. I am telling you, the vibes in that locker room change the moment a veteran presence walks through those doors. We need that spark, and that absolute refusal to be beaten deep on a 3rd and long. But wait, because it gets even crazier than a simple depth move. The name that just exploded onto the radar is Trevon Diggs. Yes, you heard me right, the former Dallas Cowboys superstar who was once the most feared ball hawk in the entire world. Here is the raw truth that they do not want you to acknowledge. Diggs is sitting there, healthy, and ready to prove every single doubter wrong. People want to talk about his time in Green Bay like it defines him, but we know better than that. He was in the wrong system, with the wrong people, in a city that does not understand defensive greatness like Chicago does. Imagine the redemption arc of a man who went from the top of the mountain to being cut by the Packers, only to find his soul again in the blue and orange. It is poetic, it is cinematic, and it is exactly what this city lives for. Think about the tension in the room if he walks in. He has been a Pro Bowler twice, he has led the league in interceptions, and he has that swagger that you just cannot teach. He has been through the fire of the Dallas media circus and come out the other side with a massive contract and a target on his back. Then the injuries hit, and suddenly the league turned its back on him. They treated him like he was finished, like he was yesterday's news. But I am looking at the workout videos, I am seeing the explosion in his brakes, and I am telling you the fire is still burning bright in his eyes. If we can get even 70% of the All-Pro version of Trevon Diggs, this defense becomes a top 5 unit instantly. It shifts the entire gravity of the field. Teams will have to pick their poison. Do you throw at Jaylon or do you test a man who has caught 11 interceptions in a single season? It is a nightmare scenario for opposing quarterbacks and a dream come true for us. We are talking about a move that costs almost nothing but could pay off in ways that define an entire era of Bears football. The risk is non-existent, but the reward is astronomical. Now I want to let you in on a little secret that makes this entire thing feel like destiny. Our defensive backs coach, Al Harris, is the man who built Trevon Diggs. They spent 5 years together in Dallas, 5 years where Harris molded him into a weapon of mass destruction. He knows exactly how to push his buttons, he knows his technique, and he knows how to get his head back in the game. This is not just a random signing, this is a reunion of the highest order. Al Harris is an absolute legend, a guy who knows the grind of the secondary better than anyone, and he is the key to unlocking the beast inside of Diggs once again. Think about the redemption. Think about the story of a coach bringing his star pupil back from the brink of obscurity to lead a top-tier defense in the most historic city in the NFL. If this goes right, we are talking about the steal of the decade. We are talking about a move that turns a questionable secondary into a brick wall. But what if we do not do it? What if we stay stagnant and let Washington or Tampa Bay swoop in and take him? We would be watching from the sidelines as our rivals get stronger while we hope and pray that a rookie Malik Muhammad can handle the pressure. I do not want to live in a world where we are wondering what if. I want to be the insider you trust when I say the infrastructure is already here for Diggs to succeed. He does not need to be the savior, he just needs to be a piece of the puzzle under the guidance of the man who knows him best. This is about making a statement to the rest of the league that the Chicago Bears are not playing games anymore. We are hunting for greatness, and we will use every resource, every connection, and every veteran bargain to get there. The chemistry between a player and a coach is something you cannot quantify on a stat sheet, but you can feel it on the field. It is the difference between a bust and a legend. We need that fire back in our defense. Seriously, I am losing my mind just thinking about the possibilities here. It is unbelievable that people are actually questioning this move. There is zero risk. We are talking about a veteran minimum deal. If he does not work out, you cut him and move on without losing a single night of sleep. But if he has 1 ounce of that 2021 magic left.
Oh, my goodness. The league is in trouble.
I am hearing whispers that Diggs is more motivated than ever because of how things ended in Green Bay. He wants revenge, he wants to prove he is still that guy, and there is no better place to do it than in a stadium that appreciates a hard-hitting, ball-hawking secondary. This is the raw reality of the NFL. Sometimes a player just needs the right environment to thrive. We have the culture, we have the coaching, and we have the need. It is a perfect storm of opportunity. I want you to really feel the weight of this. Imagine the first time he steps on the field at Soldier Field. The crowd is electric, the air is cold, and he jumps a route for a pick six against a division rival. That is the kind of moment that changes a season's trajectory. I am telling you as your friend, as a fellow fan who bleeds these colors, this is the type of chess move that smart organizations make. We aren't just filling a spot, we are taking a flyer on a superstar with a chip on his shoulder. It is a low-floor, high-ceiling play that could define our defensive identity for the next 3 years. We need to stop playing it safe and start playing to win. The fans deserve a team that is aggressive and willing to take chances on elite talent. I trust Al Harris with my life when it comes to defensive backs. And if he signs off on this, I am all in. This is the vision of the future I want all of you to see. A Chicago Bears team that is feared again. A defense that takes the ball away and gives Caleb Williams every chance to succeed. We are on the precipice of something special, something historic, and adding a piece like Trevon Diggs could be the final ingredient in the championship recipe. I want to see your fire in the comments below. Don't just sit there. I want to know if you think this is the move that saves our season or if you are worried about the injuries. Tell me right now, is this our year to reclaim the North? I want to see 1,000 comments down there because your voice is the soul of this team. We are a family, we are a tribe, and we are building something that the rest of the league will have to respect. We have reached our goal of 3,000 subscribers because of your passion and your loyalty to the blue and orange. Don't stop now, keep pushing, keep believing, and keep demanding excellence from this front office. If we want to be champions, we have to think like champions. We have to be bold, we have to be calculated, and we have to be fearless. Trevon Diggs represents that fearlessness. He represents the high-stakes gamble that turns good teams into legendary ones. I am standing here telling you that the Al Harris connection is too strong to ignore. The need in our secondary is too big to overlook. The potential reward is too massive to pass up. Let's make it happen. Let's bring that star power to the lakefront, and let's show the world what the Bears are truly made of. It is time to hunt, it is time to win, and it is time to dominate every single Sunday. I will be right here with you every step of the way, analyzing every move and feeling every hit. Bears Nation.